Yeah.
SCP-6004, aka the Rainbow Serpent.
Ooh.
Alright.
That immediately brings to mind Quetzalcoatl for some reason.
Because one of the things they're known as is the rainbow snake.
Yeah, also there's
Also sky snake, storm snake.
Oh.
Also, there's one thing that I noticed before. I didn't notice that got added to the object classes thing. We actually got a definition for Typhoon, or however the fuck you say
that. For what?
This right here. I don't know how to say that.
Oh.
You know what? I'll look that word up. I have
Ticonderoga.
that up, so I'm gonna look up how to say it.
Watch it only pull up the SCP shit.
Where is that on the file?
Right here.
No, I mean I have it open. I'm looking for.
Oh, it's not on SCP at hand. I had to use this in order to get the actual object class. I just thought it was cool because we saw it in an earlier content farm video, but we didn't understand of what the what it meant. So I thought I would like read it now, understand what this class is. So we're left in the dark. Is basically what I was trying to say.
Ticonderoga. Probably not how you say it. Ticonderoga.
Ticonderoga class objects cannot be contained, but also do not need to be contained. While these anomalies are similar to Archon class SCPs, in that their containment is not necessary, Ticonderoga class SCPs are distinguished by also not being containable given the Foundation's current knowledge and resources. This may be due to their widespread or ambiguous occurrence on Earth, despite the general public remaining unaware of their existence or anomalous nature, although the Ticonderoga class also includes extraterrestrial anomalies beyond the current reach of the Foundation. So it's a different type of Archon. I just thought that was kind of neat.
I pronounced it wrong. It's Ticonderoga.
Ticonderoga, got it.
My noodles are cold, but they are spicy, so they are also hot.
Alright, now to actually explain the Keter class, or not, well, maybe Keter class, I don't know. What object class is uncontained. Basically, Tiamat, which is a class I have not heard of before. Tiamat. Item poses an immediate threat to humanity but can be contained via open warfare or other veil-breaking operations. Oh boy.
Oh. So in other words, we can, we can contain it, but we might just have to fight a war to do so.
Yeah. That's a first.
Oh wait, come to think of it, that might actually. Do you think that could like retroactively be a good categorization for that one Japanese SCP we saw, where it's like that samurai castle that they have to fucking firebomb?
Oh my god.
Or maybe just because they firebomb it once a year, it's not.
Yeah, I think like Tiamat's description was like large scale, really bad for humanity. I'm guessing. We'll find out further reading it. But so far, this does sound good. Oh, I was not expecting actual cave art. That's actually kind of cool. I like seeing art from the past. Alright. Item SCP-6004. Object class uncontainable / Tiamat. Special containment procedures. Despite the best efforts of the Foundation, 6004 remains uncontainable until such a time that drastically more powerful containment measures are made available, or 6004 returns to an inactive state of its own accord. As such, current containment procedures revolve around the preparation of such a time and minimizing collateral damage caused by its current state. 6004 is being constantly monitored via remaining functional satellite imagery, with satellite arrays to be appropriated from world governments if necessary. Constant reports of its location, direction, speed, and activities are to be provided at all times to better aid global task forces in evacuation of populations from likely attack sites and impact zones. Due to the volume of casualties, civilians with better chances are prioritized at the discretion of task force members on the ground. Aid shelters and temporary housing are to be provided in rural, remote, and off the grid areas, including small towns, Foundation containment sites, and settlements previously attacked by 6004. To avoid drawing attention to 6004, all Foundation sites are to minimize pollution, carbon emissions as best minimize pollution and carbon emissions as best as possible, with the aim of switching to solar, geothermal, and nuclear power as soon as feasible. Research into the most effective anomalous containment measures weaponry is to be carried out on Foundation and Global Coalition sites globally, with both organizations to collaborate on these projects. Domestic production has been increased by 230% in order to return the world's unawareness of the Veil following 6004's successful containment. We all know the main way to get amnestics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To feed them to the eel. Meaning,
Yeah.
a lot of people were fed to the eel.
People were fed to eel. We got the thing we needed. It has been used.
I just kind of funny in its containment procedures, like we have to get rid of all pollution and carbon emissions in our sites. I guess we'll find out why. Description: SCP-6004 is a massive serpentine entity of variable size, measuring between 0.2 and 1,900 kilometers in length, with mass proportional to its length.
Oh, jeez.
That's a big fucking snake.
That's bigger than Country's snake.
While its physiology varies from resembling various Australian ophidians, its coloration has consistently been primarily black with dull prismatic stripes running vertically down its length, with a pale underbelly. 6004 possesses a pair of horns and a larger array of teeth, more than what would be expected or biologically possible in non-anomalous ophidians. Horns feature thousands of engraved depictions of wildlife. 6004 is observed to move at abnormally fast speeds, often in excess of 1,200 kilometers per hour. Jesus! Imagine the thing being 1,900 kilometers in length, and it just charges you at that speed. Jesus Christ.
So, for reference,
Yeah.
just off the top of my head, I think that would be comparable to if the United States spontaneously started fucking speeding toward Europe and got there in about an hour.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. How did the Foundation contain it?
We'll find out.
On land and 2,800 kilometers per hour underwater.
Oh, never mind. It's even faster underwater.
This movement can often creates large rifts in the terrain and tsunamis in the water, along with sonic concussions both in and out of water. 6004 exhibits strength and durability far beyond what its proportions would suggest, having bite force strong enough to crush key units, destroy mountains, and throw itself into the upper troposphere. It is able to fly at this altitude in a fashion similar to swimming. So it just
It swims in the sky.
What is key units? Oh, it's one of the Foundation's kaiju killers.
Oh.
Like the giant mechs. Oh. And it just
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it just destroys it in one bite. That's great.
Pacific Rim, no more.
Job.
You could have called it Pacific Rimmed. No.
I was referencing a Thanos joke. I wasn't doing that.
I was trying to make Pacific Rim sound done, and then it sounded bad, and it was too late.
Instead, we're engaging in coitus with a robot.
No.
Yeah, anyways. By maintaining consciousness, 6004 is able to alter weather patterns and atmospheric conditions on a global scale at will, primarily by exerting a mild cooling effect in the Earth's average temperature by 2 degrees Celsius. This effect varies in intensity and affects locally, with the most significant changes being intensified snowfall in glacial areas and poles, increased rainfall in arid areas, and severe thunderstorms globally. The most directly threatening use of 6004's ability to control weather conditions is when directly within its line of sight, often in response to outside stimulus or a theoretical emotional state. Most commonly takes the form of severe thunderstorms, hurricane generation, torrential rain, and a generation of extremely large waves. It uses this ability primarily as a form of offense in an area, typically striking cities, mines, and power plants with severe weather events before striking physically. Rain generated in this form has been observed to spontaneously generate plant life within its area of effect. The flora has been observed to grow extremely rapidly, and is at times hostile to human life. Okay, I'm not sure if this SCP is ever going to mention it, but I think I know what it is. It could be because it was never described in Eldritch God lore, but it could be the serpent that protected the Wanderer's library in the past. Because it was very into wanting to protect nature and didn't like what humanity was doing in the past. So I'm just giving a theory. I have no way to prove it.
Well, there's multiple gods in mythology that were labeled rainbow snake. And they're all labeled as very, very big.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are labeled as particularly violent.
Yeah. That's why I lean towards the Eldritch gods. Anyways. 6004 possesses several powerful anomalous qualities regarding itself. Thaumaturgical scans have shown that 6004 possesses a form of selective tangibility that has been observed at times of attack. It has been observed that 6004 can cause selectively simulate choosing which structures are destroyed or left unharmed during a physical assault. Wait, so if it's just charging through buildings, it can choose selectively which buildings will fall and be destroyed. That's what I'm understanding, right?
I guess, yeah.
That's interesting. It often uses its ability when swallowing organic materials, primarily animals, while avoiding swallowing earth or buildings. 6004 is known to consume living human persons while besieging populated areas and is often observed regurgitating various fauna local to the immediate area. Oh. Oh, okay then. Alright, discovery and early investigation into 6004. Statement from site director Alan Tybals. Prior to the discovery of 6004, in the March of 2020, there was much discussion within the Foundation regarding how much humanitarian aid to provide towards fighting the 2019-2020 Australian bushfires. We, of course, knew they were not our problem to deal with, being a result of non-anomalous climate change and poor government action. Damn. But it is human nature to want to help one another. In the case of those of us at Australian sites, our homelands. Also, hello, random person. Reading SCP-6004, the Rainbow Serpent, for the content farm. Well, not for the content farm, for us. Still, despite my own feelings towards the matter, we at Site 40 were spread too thin to offer any more than nominal support to firefighters and rescue groups, particularly within the growing concern that we had towards the unusual seismic activity being felt around the Australian continent. We knew it was anomalous. Emails and communications were sent back and forth, discussing what to do. Ultimately, survey teams were dispatched to find their source, but due to the fires, these efforts were less than successful. We decided to wait until things calmed down before trying again. We all know now what a mistake that was. The lesson to be learned here is simple. We need to stop working around the poor decisions made by the non-anomalous world and act more directly. Had we done it, we wouldn't be in the mess we now find ourselves. Oh.
Click, clack.
Yeah. Anyways. Discovery of SCP-6004. Beginning of this in December 1988, unusual seismic activity began to be detected throughout mainland Australia. In particular, around the eastern coast of the New South Wales. Initially, this was not believed to be anomalous and was ignored. However, the following years, seismic activity grew in intensity and frequency until finally, in 2019, it was decided that investigators would be dispatched from Site 40 to investigate. Also, why am I not surprised this SCP came from fucking Australia, of all things?
I mean, Australia.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the SCP at hand. Investigations showed that the source of the seismic activity was located within Wollemi National Park, an area comprised of 501,703 hectares of wilderness located between the Blue Mountains. Investigations were halted before precise measurements could be taken by the 2019-2020 bushfire season. With intense wildfires affecting the area in question, it was decided that investigation would resume upon the fires being put under control. While waiting for conditions to improve, drastically more intense seismic activity was detected from within the area, accumulating on the October 2nd, 2020, when the firefighter Mark Delaney was reported to have disobeyed orders while attempting to rescue of a panicked civilian who had fled into dangerous terrain within Wollemi National Park. The subsequent events led to 6004 emerging from the subterranean cavern and departing the area. Foundation investigation into the event uncovered the remains of Mr. Delaney pinned beneath a large granite boulder located in close proximity to the ruined entrance to a large subterranean cabin, surrounded by evidence of rock slides and an emergence event. Examination of Mr. Delaney's remains revealed a portable video camera was worn on his helmet and captured the events following his attempted rescue of the as yet unknown civilian, leading up to the emergence of that 6004. The transcript of recovered footage follows. Footage begins showing that Mark Delaney, among the other firefighters, standing among several parked fire trucks. Firefighters can be seen attempting to suppress intense fire fronts with high-pressure hoses, and visibility is very poor due to smoke and reflected light from intense flames. Mr. Delaney is requesting support from another firefighter in retrieving a ladder from a fire truck when an unidentified woman is seen running toward the flames. Stop right there. The woman appears unable to hear Mr. Delaney and is in a high panic state. She continues to the woodland at speed, with Mr. Delaney giving chase. Another firefighter can faintly be heard calling for him to stop. Jamie! Jamie, come back! Oh no, it's too hot. Camera's view is largely obscured by smoke and embers as Mr. Delaney enters the woodland. The path appears wide, but it is surrounded by intense flames. All that can be heard is the roar of flames. Mr. Delaney continues to chase after the woman, occasionally swearing. Camera jolts violently for 8 seconds, causing Mr. Delaney to fall. He returns to his feet and resumes running. Fuck me, it's getting worse. Shit, lady, come back. Mr. Delaney occasionally loses sight of the woman, running for an additional 83 seconds before entering a clearing on the edge of the ravine. Past the ravine, a massive flaming wilderness can be seen. The unidentified woman can be seen carrying at the edge of the ravine. Come here. Delaney approaches the woman, grabbing her and examining her. She appears hysterical and unresponsive to Mr. Delaney's questioning. Fucking hell, okay. Mr. Delaney lifts the woman out of frame, presumably into the fireman's carry. The camera swings over the edge of the ravine, showing a large reptilian mass partially exposed by a fissure in the ground. Fuck me. The reptilian mass shifts at the moment, seemingly causing another earth tremor. Mr. Delaney stumbles, hanging onto the ground. A jutting ledge on the opposite side of the ravine spits from the surrounding earth, with several flaming trees flowing onto the scaled mass. The mass flinches away from the burning vegetation, and much more severe tremors begin. An extremely loud roaring sound can be heard, cutting out the audio for the remainder of the footage. The scaled mass retreats beneath the earth. The camera looks towards the sky, showing several lightning flashes, though the smoke and rain begin to fall. The camera shakes, soon to be the result of the Earth's tremors worsens as the ravine returns to view. A much larger mass emerges from the Earth, resulting in the upheaval of a significant quantity of stone and earth. Frame-by-frame analysis shows that the mass is the head of 6004, on fire and visibly roaring. Mr. Delaney and the unidentified woman are thrown back, with the camera pointed to the sky. 6004 can be seen rising into the air before disappearing in the smoke. Torrential rain begins to fall into frame. Flames recede. End log. Oh, put out the fire. Following the emergence of 6004, severe thunderstorms rapidly form over the bushfire-affected areas in Australia, effectively dousing them by mid-March. While the Foundation began at 2-track 604 investigation, revealed that the areas affected by these thunderstorms began to exhibit anomalously rapid plant growth. Additionally, both Foundation and mundane weather monitoring organizations detected a reversing of global warming trends. Addendum 6004-2 Early Behavior of 6004. Initially, 6004 remained airborne with these thunderstorms, which progressively expanded in area and began appearing further and further from the location of its origin point. Foundation monitors quickly realized that the anomalous rains formed by 6004 were mainly forming above areas affected by desertification and deforestation. During the initial phase of 604, remaining within Australian borders, these storms covered thousands of square kilometers of farmland, forests, residential areas, and cities. This was accompanied by a large-scale destruction of property as large trees displaced structures. Multiple Foundation sites were mobilized to aid in search, rescue, and relocation efforts, and aid of those affected by the event, with global coalition forces offering support. Meanwhile, multiple unsuccessful efforts were made by the Foundation to neutralize 604, which has been determined by the logical cause of these events. These attempts were typically met with violence from 604, often in forms of lightning strikes or bites. It was during one of these failed attempts that 604 was first resorted to attack a human settlement. On the March 27, 2020, 604 directly attacked the city of Canberra at 10:47 a.m. Intense thunderstorms formed over the city, with wind speeds measuring over 140 kilometers per hour. Yeah, anyone outside is dead. This was promptly followed by 604 descending from the cloud canopy and making landfall, having attained an unknown size and mass. It proceeded to strike and bite the ground across the city, swallowing a great measure of infrastructure as well as the city's inhabitants. Notably, 604 targeted Parliament House in particular, flinging most of the building and its occupants into the air with extreme force, with some debris and individuals later being seen orbiting Earth. It literally said, fuck the government. Including Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison and State Premier Gladys Berejiklian. Rejected by a snake god, yeah. This attack prompted a response from multiple Foundation mobile task forces, including both ETA-5 Jaeger bombers and Tau-5 Samsara. By the time of arrival, 604 had departed, and 74% of Canberra had been destroyed, with 197,728 persons missing. No dead bodies were found, and survivors were subjected to mass anesthetization with the cover story of an asteroid impact. Despite renewed efforts from both Foundation and DOC to neutralize, redirect, otherwise contain 604, they continued to attack human settlements, largely targeting cities, mines, areas of intense pollution, and coal-fired power plants. Each of these attacks resulted in a majority of the population of given area being consumed by 604, with surviving CCTV footage showing 604 to be simultaneously tangible and intangible, as it visibly phased through structures believed to have been deliberately left intact by the entity. Following these attacks, 604 has been observed to travel to remote locations and regurgitate consumed materials. Ensuing investigation into these sightings showed drastically increased wildlife populations in areas where, I'm just gonna say Snake God instead of saying the number over and over again.
Yeah.
Where Snake God has seemed to vomit as well as increase fertility in the soil. Due to the scale of damage caused by Snake God, survivors began to be housed in safer areas of locations previously attacked by Snake God. Temporary power sources became necessary on a large scale due to disruption to power grids, with many turning to solar power. During resettlement, many survivors and Foundation staff reported a large increase in the population's native wildlife, which did not interfere in resettlement efforts. In late February, the Foundation Global Coalition, Marshall Carter and Dark Limited, and a major sect of the Church of Broken God came to a truce so as to determine a method to control and containment of 604. I don't like how Marshall Carter and Dark is part of this. That's the one group I don't want them near the snake. And we all know why.
I mean, let's be frank. What the hell could they do to it?
It's one of those, apparently, according to Aboriginal myth, a way to summarize Rainbow Snake is messenger from God. So I don't think they can do much to it.
What I was thinking is that they start taking the snake apart and selling it. Like, take some of the scales or blood and sell in the black market, which is something they would do.
It's something they'd probably do, but I also doubt they would be able to.
So just talk to 343. I don't think 343 is going to do much. Yeah. Anyways, a think tank was organized involving various experts from across the aforementioned organizations to try and establish a working theory of the nature of 6004. Each group independently presented noteworthy similarities between 6004 and Australian Aboriginal Dreamtime stories of the Rainbow Serpent. Research into all available folklore and consultation with relevant unaffiliated persons was initiated with the goal to find a ritual or other avenue of interference that could be issued in the containment of the entity. Parallel with the think tank, the Foundation Global Coalition began an expedited development of experimental weaponry designed with assumptions that 604 shared metaphysical similarities with data redacted. This project came to be known as Project Mongoose. Okay, Addendum 604-3. Discoveries of 604. Attack. Oh, discoveries of Snake God. Attack after effects. Following instruction of Sydney, investigatory unit operating out of Site 40 were deployed to the area in an attempt to gather any information possible about Snake God and its effect on areas attacked by it. As this was the first major city to be destroyed by Snake God, it was hoped that some significant information would be discovered. At 3:21 a.m., Survey Team 40 arrived in northern Sydney and were instructed to head for Rushcutters Bay via the city center, as the destruction was particularly intense in the former region. Survey Team 40 was instructed to document and mark the locations of any notable anomalies that had resulted from Snake God's attack, as well as mark survivors' locations with flares for Foundation rescue teams. The following is a video log taken from Captain Dunn Fuego's body camera of the resulting events, with their irrelevant sections removed for brevity's sake. I'm just gonna read this outright because there's the SCP is really fucking long. Also, I'm not sure if we're just gonna go ahead and do the other parts, because this is also content farming. I think the video is only like 8 minutes. Yeah, it's only 8 minutes.
Yeah, I think.
God damn.
I don't think they went here. And I did see a little bit ahead, and this SCP gets so fucking interesting the more you go further.
That sounds wonderful. We can keep going. I don't mind, like, having most of this, like, this time taken by Sky Snake instead of the video.
What do you think, Hatchet? Should we just read all of the Snake God, or just what we think most likely the content farmer did?
I'd say if the content farm starts like giving wild details,
Yeah.
we could probably go check if those are rooted in the other document, but
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, poor Jerry. Anyways,
Are you really shocked the snake likes the snake?
yeah.
Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah. Anyways. Exploration video log
I mean,
transcript.
like,
Huh?
let me put it this way. I think it's fair to want to like read it all, but simultaneously, I think it'd also be nice to get through more than one SCP tonight.
Yeah, that's
That is
fair.
fair.
Alright. Exploration video log transcript. Date April 7th, 2020. Exploration team. Survey team 40. Subject SCP-604. Team lead Captain John Verco. Team members Sergeant Brendan Harlow and Corporal Erwin Porosis and Corporal Eve Barahana. Alright, begin log. Camera's view shows the survey team 40 is traveling on foot through Sydney, the city center. Much of the surrounding structures are severely damaged by emerging plant life, particularly large eucalyptus trees, along with signs of massive impact events. There is steady rain and occasional flashes of lightning. Corporal Porosis can be seen in the lead, using a chainsaw to remove fallen timbers from their path. Corporal Barahana stands guard nearby with her weapon aimed at the tree canopy above them. The rest of the team is currently off camera. We are removing the debris from our path and should be within the area of interest shortly. Command. Corporal Porosis saws through fallen beam, causing most of the debris to slide away. That'll do it. Good work. Just keep going, team. Remember, eyes open, watch the trees for movement, and stay away from anything obviously unstable. Yes, Captain. Affirmative. Team continues south via the road, often climbing over roots and through vegetation. You see those claws, boss? Camera swirls upwards, showing 8 claws. I am not even gonna try to say its scientific name.
Phascolarctos scenarios.
What Hatchet said. Within the treetops, looking down at them. Well, they definitely weren't living here before. Cute though. Marking it. As well as putting down that they have chlamydia. Man, we have a large number of claws here. Couldn't have been here before, marking the location now. Affirmative. This is consistent with attack locations. Continue to your destination. Affirmative, move out, guys. Survey team continues along the route, frequently seeing wildlife. Animals seen universally avoid the team, with the exception of multiple snakes, which raise their heads and watch the team pass. I don't like that. Do we have
Dude, are you still going?
Huh?
Why?
I lost twice. Can I give more defense to you to get more points?
I don't know. I've never tried it when you stop getting attacked like that. Yeah, once you miss 2 like that, then they stop attacking you.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Right,
Oh, sorry. Sorry. We were briefly talking about video game things.
No. Anyways, I don't like that. Do we have any anti-venom? Ready, Captain? Those for each of us. Just stamp your feet as you walk and they'll leave us alone. I swear, I keep seeing something big in the trees. Where? Point it out. Movement.
That would be a video that I didn't realize would be loud.
It's
Continue.
like an instant movement, and then the video played. That was perfect timing. Camera swivels in direction indicated by porosis. A large mass can be seen moving behind some vegetation. The team trained their weapons on it, with porosis taking cover by a car close to the vegetation. Man, unidentified creature has been spotted. Go and attempt to flush it out. Be careful. Our opponent tosses a stone behind the bushes, see if it runs out. Our opponent can be seen nodding. Reaching a grab a fragment of concrete, looking at Captain Fuego before throwing the stone. There's a dull thud and a deep grunting sound from the bushes as the creature moves towards them. Shit, I hit it! Into cover now! Our opponent can be seen ducking into cover by a pile of rumble. The camera begins to jolt in time with the sounds of the creature's footsteps. Vegetation is increasingly disturbed as it approaches. Fuck, it sounds huge. Calm yourself, here it comes. A large brown furred quadruped measuring approximately 2 meters tall emerges from the bushes, snorting and grunting. It stops upon reaching the clearing where the survey team is and looks around at its surroundings. Is that a giant wombat? Man, identification. Do we know what this is? Nothing in our database. This isn't a known anomaly. Evan says that it looks like reconstructions of a diprotodon, an extinct giant wombat. The fuck? The diprotodon begins to snort and throw its head in the air, aggressively pawing at the ground, forcing Sergeant Harlow. Harlow aims his weapon at it and begins backing away, while the animal continues to approach them. Fuck off. Get back, fucker. Harlow slowly back away, stop shouting. Farahona, get the trauma kit ready, just in case. Sergeant Harlow begins to back away from the diprotodon, which in turn stops before roaring at him. Sergeant Harlow flinches but returns to cover. Movement can be seen in the treetops behind him, but it's not noticed by the team. After a moment, the diprotodon snorts and begins eating grass before returning to the bushes. Everyone alright? I think the Sarge needs new pants. Fuck off. Fine. Enough, we need to keep moving. I don't want to be here if Snake God comes back. So it's making extinct animals too, not just koalas. Looks that way. Team continues towards Rushcutter's Bay, eventually reaching the edge of a large crater formed by Snake God. Striking at the earth, trees and vines be seen growing, visibly larger within the crater. Kangaroos are foraging along the area. Fuck me, how big must the snake be to do this? Varies. Eggheads at 4, they say it changes between 400 meters to over 1,000 kilometers long. Almost from plant life, illuminated by a helicopter spotlight with Sydney ruins. Right. Jesus. Command, we're going to need a detour around this crater. Roger. Be advised, we have detected movement in the trees and buildings above you. Be careful. Fuck. Wombats? Diprotodon. Who cares? Whatever. Quiet. Acknowledge. Command. Team's eyes up high. Survey Team 40 continues along the lip of the crater before coming to a ruined apartment block. Overhanging the edge, a group of large kangaroos, approximately 2.5 meters tall, are grazing beside it, looking over at the team. Hold up, go around them. Don't want to piss them off if we don't have to. They're huge. Evans has identified those as Procoptodon Goliath, an extinct short-faced kangaroo. Given their size, I would recommend caution. Thanks. You heard it, her team. Steer clear. The team moves to the circle around the animals, and Corporal Brosis is seen to swing his weapon and light towards the apartment building. A moderately large animal can be seen emerging from the hole in the wall, with its eyes reflecting the light into the camera. Fucking lion or something. Watch it and take covers. Weapons ready. Team takes cover and aims weapons towards the animal. It is a brown color with white stripes, a robust muscular build, and a large mouth with large teeth. It slowly climbs to the side of the building towards the Procoptodons, which have turned to face the team. Am I the only one who thinks that looks like the thing up in Canada? Oh shit. Team Evans here. That's a marsupial lion. Hatchet, paleontologist expert? How do I say this?
Aaron. My hyperfixation is primarily in dinosaurs. Where is it?
I highlighted it.
Let's see. Thylacoleo carnifex.
Thylacoleo carnifex. Powerful predator. Looks like it's hunting the kangaroos. Assuming it works like normal predators, don't bother it and it should leave you alone. Assuming? Team, be ready to fire on the lion way ahead of you. Okay, got it. The Thylacoleo carnifex drops from the building onto the back of the Procoptodon, grabbing it and biting it around the neck. The other Procoptodons scatter rapidly, fleeing into the trees. The two animals struggle before the Thylacoleo subdues the Procoptodon, removing the head and beginning to drag the carcass back up to the side of the perfect block. Two smaller Thylacoleos can be seen at the edge of the hole, with larger instances emerging from vocalizing loudly. Holy shit, fuck me. Easy, guys, easy. Harlow, cover me while I recover the head. Yes, Captain. Barco approaches the severed Procoptodon head, with the camera repeatedly swiveling to see where the Thylacoleo went. Barco picks up the head and goes to place it in a containment pouch. Hold on, is that a tattoo? What? Barco turns the head over and examines the words. Live, laugh, love can be seen tattooed on the brow ridge of the Procoptodon, along with a stylized human skull on the right side of the face. Holy shit. End log. Afterward, following review of the footage, these tattoos are matched to those on John Baring, a tattoo artist whose body was not recovered following Snake God's attack on Sydney. It is now believed that all animals emerging in the wake of Snake God attacks are people that have been transfigured into wildlife within Snake God before being regurgitated. Oh.
So all those extinct Australian fauna were just the humans. It ate them and turned them into big wombats.
Well, that and big kangaroo. I was looking up the creatures. I have them on the right side.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what would be rather unfortunate if you get like regurgitated and turned into an extinct form of fly because of how short their lifespan is.
Oh, that would suck.
You just get born to die.
Anyway, next thing to say is
yeah, thumbnail.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say next thing to say is that they also turn people into giant thylacines.
Yeah.
I am not finding a human-sized comparison photo to the marsupial lion, but it definitely does not look friendly.
No.
Friendly is in the eye of the beholder or something.
When I thought lion, that's not what I thought it would look like.
Well, it's a
It's
thylacine.
marsupial lion. What were you expecting? Yes, it looks more like a tiger.
It looks goofy. I like the little critter. Oh, I mean, it's a big critter, but I like the critter.
Like, Aaron, are you not aware of what thylacines looks like?
No. Anyways.
That causes me spiritual pain.
Anyways, thumbnail.
I found the size comparison.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that sucks. The only rainbow part they put is a band?
Wait, hold on. Where did it start? Alright. Its colors has consistently been primarily black with dull prismatic stripes running vertically down its length.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Well, its physiology can also vary, so technically it could take this form. But it's going to probably not.
It would not take the form because it only has like one rainbow band on its body. Isn't it supposed to shimmer rainbow? Honestly, any lazy fucker could make it shimmer rainbow. Just have it black, then grab a random like giant rainbow picture, and then have that as like the shading. You can do it on almost any art program. You can do it lazily. It's fine.
Anyways.
4.
4 for clickbait?
I mean, besides getting the design wrong, it feels like this has nothing to do with what it did.
Well, I mean, it did eat people.
Yes, it did, but it's not showing what happened when they ate people. It's just showing, yes, this lone person is keeping the mouth open.
What do you think, Catchy?
Also, the lone person is drawn so badly. No one with their legs that mangled could keep a snake mouth open, let alone anyone who is not a giant.
See, what's your opinions, Hatchet?
Well, the random researchers using a tooth as a foot pedestal, which seems ill-advised. The snake is blue.
Yeah.
I'm willing to guess that it's AI generated.
It does look AI generated.
But we have
I'd
no way
say
to prove
4.
it. Yeah.
I'd say I would say 4.
Alright.
It's got the vibe of something AI generated. Like, in fact, I feel like a part of why that researcher in its mouth looks so off is because they AI generated the snake and then added in their own little researcher to his mouth.
Alright. I highly doubt they're going to get anything with this SCP. Also, they will. This SCP is already aggressively violent as all hell. You have to try very hard to not get ranked on the violent and gore scale.
Also, I feel like I learned 3 ancient marsupials today, and they're all big.
Yes.
So I saw a quick glimpse. You ready for this? This video is being derived from SCP-673, written by Dr. Gears. This SCP, however, was written by the lovely Dr. Balthazaar. Fuck, I don't know how to say it.
Balthazaar.
Balthazaar.
It's okay. It's okay. Balthazaar is a more complicated name, and you have dyslexia that is particularly aimed against pronouncing anything remotely correctly because dyslexia is so gentle,
Wait.
like a hammer.
Wait. Oh my gosh, the top comment. Still glad to see the original narrator back. Keep up the great videos. Hey, he came back. The one we started with.
We
Great
saw that
videos?
last time.
Oh, he was back last time?
Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't remember.
I think the most terrifying ancient marsupial I learned about from that article was Procoptodon Goliath, the giant kangaroo.
Ah, that's fair.
Just imagine a kangaroo taller than you just walking up. What will happen?
I mean, there's already a kangaroo taller than me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of feasible as of right now.
Okay, a kangaroo taller than that kangaroo.
Honestly, I want to hug it. I saw a picture of that thing's face, and it just looks cute.
It looks like it can smash our skulls in.
That is a chance I'm willing to take.
Normal kangaroos can beat people up as it is.
Alright, you ready to start this video?
Yeah.
Alright, in 3, 2, 1.
For Task Force Tau 9 Agent Officer Mills, it was a day like any other. He was about to leave work and begin his 2-week vacation on some nearby island. The office was normally quiet at this hour, but today felt different. He started to get restless and needed to stretch his legs. He stopped staring at his computer screen and stepped out of the building to get some fresh air. Mills walked up to the parking lot. He reached into his pocket to pull out a piece of nicotine gum when a lightning bolt struck in the distance. The sonic wave from the strike shook the ground around it. Officer Mills jumped and looked over to see what had happened. Then, an intense seismic wave ripped through the asphalt, and a nearby power line exploded as it was ripped from the ground. Trees stretched from the ground as heavy winds kicked up. The Task Force Tau 9 alarm blared from the building. Mills knew from the sound of the alarm this was not some freak natural disaster. He froze with fear and couldn't help but watch as a mammoth snake-like creature erupted from under the earth. The clouds opened above it, and rain showered down on the surface.
What?
Mills knew.
What the fuck?
Are they just giving him this eternal left face?
Did they just make it an Egyptian snake?
Technically, that is not Egyptian. That would be Indian. The
Oh.
hood.
I was gonna say that because the things on the horns look like hieroglyphics.
You're right, that is technically a weird Egyptian reference, but I don't think they're trying to do that. I think they're just doing their own weird thing. Also, ancient Egypt didn't put weird writing on the horn. I don't know what that writing is. I don't think writing on snake horns was a thing in the article.
No,
that I
it
can
did.
recall.
It had depictions of animals on its horns.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
those don't look like animal depictions. Unless you can spot a fucking animal in there.
But why
I
did
mean,
they?
I could kind of see them being animal depictions
Yeah.
from this distance.
Yeah. Also, why did they make it a cobra? I'm pretty sure it's not a cobra.
You know what? It could be African or Indian.
Or Australian, where it came from.
Well, yes, but then it wouldn't have a hood. Because it may have the most dangerous snakes on Earth. Well, most of them, not all of the most dangerous snakes on Earth. But none of those snakes have hoods. Hooded snakes are not really an Australian thing.
So all Australian snakes are circumcised. Got it.
No! They just never developed hoods.
Okay.
God damn.
3, 2, What?
Mills knew his vacation was over. Welcome to SCP Exposed. Today we bring you Tiamat class subject number 6004, also known as the Rainbow Serpent. But before we begin,
Okay, there's one reason why I know for a fact they didn't go far. Because on the final documents, I had to check to make sure that it didn't get changed in the past and whatnot. Its final containment class is Keter. Just Keter, outright. Not uncontained or Tiamat. That's when it was first discovered. So that tells me that I know they didn't go far.
God damn.
Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
be sure to leave a like and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future SCP cases. SCP-6004 is a colossal snake-like being, measuring anywhere from 0.2 kilometers to 1,900 kilometers.
Oh my gosh, the one rainbow.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do they not know what the word vertically means?
No. He's wearing a pride bands as a person.
Yeah, they turn the snake that has like rainbows going down its back into it's just wearing a pride belt.
Yeah.
Yep, because that's a rainbow sheen. A belt.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even go all the way around either. It stops.
Yeah, the rainbow's supposed to cover everywhere. That's why I said if you wanted to be lazy, you could grab a random rainbow from the internet and just basically there's
Paste it.
something you can do when you are using different animation and art programs where basically you can make an image into a shadow or a background on an image. So they literally had a shortcut at any time they could have done to make the entire thing look rainbow. Probably would have looked stupid and lazy, but it would have looked less lazy than this.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways.
They have literally no excuse.
Chuja's is gonna go off this entire video.
Am I wrong?
No?
There we go.
Its appearance resembles a variety of the Ovidian.
The fuck?
Okay, time to write down bad map. Where is this even supposed to be?
Man, I wish there was something where you could put bad snake anatomy, because if the horns were really shaped like that, it would stab into their body.
Did you guys not pay attention how it moved?
We did! And are you
I-
looking at the horns?
Yeah.
It would literally pierce into its skull. Also, why do you think I said bad snake anatomy? Snakes don't move like that.
Oh, I just
I
clicked
mean,
wrong
yes,
anatomy.
also the horns, because it's trying to kill the snake, but also, that's not how snakes move.
Yeah, sorry.
Snakes don't have legs. Snakes aren't moving from their head.
I was just freaking out the second I saw it move. I was like, what the fuck? And they never seen a snake move in their life.
Most snakes, not all snakes, but most snakes move by basically moving their muscles against the ground.
Yeah, I forgot what snake it was, but wasn't there one snake that moves kind of like an inchworm?
There is. There's also a snake that can glide. Because of course there is.
Yeah.
There's also sea snakes, which swim, therefore they have a different way of locomotive.
Anyways, what nation even is this? We don't know. It's the Fire Nation. Anyways.
An ancestor of the modern snake. Its color is predominantly black, with multicolored.
Did you already click Bad Anatomy?
Yes. Yes.
You can't click it again, can you?
No. Whoever animated this has never seen a snake move.
Also, why are they assuming a snake would constantly keep their mouth open? They wouldn't do that because if they did that, then venom would be coming out of their mouth way more often than they want.
Yeah.
I mean, not exactly having your mouth open does that, but having the fangs brought out like that would, because you only bring out the fangs when you're getting ready to bite.
Yeah, so random person says, I think Mother Nature fucked up. This is the way snakes should move.
No, this is not the way they should move.
Anyways.
No.
3,
No.
2,
No.
Stripes running along the length of its body, with its underside being a pale white. 6004 has a pair of horns on its head with thousands of engravings depicting various forms of wildlife. Despite its size, SCP-6004 is capable of traveling at impressive speeds, ranging from approximately 750 miles per hour on land to 17...
If you moved it around with a stick.
Oh wait, they did, okay, that's new. They did, miles per hour instead of kilometers, which is up here. Yeah, it said kilometers, not miles. So I have no idea if that's correct.
We could look it up.
Alright, where does it say where it can move?
I already closed the sky snake. I need to open it back up.
Excess of... Alright, 1,200 kilometers per hour on land, and 2,800 underwater.
Alright, looking it up. It would not be that... It would not be...
A random person said it is...
Put the miles at this.
Wait, 11?
Oh wait, that's length. I'm sorry, that's my brain making a mistake.
Yeah, it's 1,200 kilometers per hour on land and 2,800 kilometers per hour underwater. But random person says it is 745 miles. Saying 750 is really close.
Okay, yeah. They got it right.
It's just odd.
Looking up the weird fucking shit.
Yeah. Underwater is about 1740 miles per hour. Okay. It's kind of odd that they went, like, it's an imperial system, right? What's it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's odd they went to an imperial system instead of going with the system used in an SCP. Usually they just read verbatim. It's odd.
Oh, I was doing kilometer to mile.
You okay?
Yeah, I guess dyslexia is magical.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
150 miles per hour on land to 1,700 miles per hour when underwater. Due to these speeds, its movement has been known to cause tsunamis and tectonic plates to shift. It is also capable of delivering massive sonic concussions both in and out of water. 6004 exhibits physical abilities vastly beyond what its size suggests. Its bite force alone has the power to crush key units, pulverizing mountains, and even throw the SCP itself into the first layer of the atmosphere. When at this altitude, the rainbow serpent can fly in a similar manner to how it swims. As 6004 maintains a state of consciousness, it is able to control weather patterns and atmospheric conditions on a global scale. It does this by exerting a gradual cooling effect on the Earth. The side effects of this ability cause increased snowfall in colder areas of Earth, increased rain in the more arid areas, and thunderstorms globally. It has been observed that the rain that comes from 6004 can also spontaneously generate plant life. The flora grown from this water grows rapidly and can pose a threat to humans. If the SCP senses any danger, usually in response to outside stimulus, or perhaps even its own emotional state, it will attack using thunderstorms, hurricanes, torrential rain, and enormous tidal waves it generates. The radius of these natural disasters
Have we
is
just
devastating.
never seen
known
a
to
snake?
No. They
Have
have
they
not.
not at least glance at a snake?
No.
Not like a toy of a snake? Because that just... Okay.
They have not, Jerry. They have not.
damaged cities, underground mines, and nuclear power plants. 6004 will usually resort to using its forces in nature to deter before actually striking physically. Early behavior of the subject suggests its first known location was somewhere near the Australian border. During this initial time, thunderstorms covered thousands of square miles of rural farmland, forests, and urban populaces. Large areas of major cities were destroyed.
We weren't really
The
given
trace
a
compounds
population.
found in the anomalous rains that come from it were monitored, forming over areas affected by drought and deforestation, which was then tracked, expanding outward from this origin point. In the mission to reduce and aid those affected by the natural disaster event, the Foundation mobilized several sites with the Global Occult Coalition forces offering support. After determining the SCP to be the cause of the strange weather events, the Foundation made multiple attempts to neutralize 6004, all of them unsuccessful. In response, 6004 attacked a human settlement. It was the first recorded attack on human beings by the SCP. On March 27, 2020, the test subject launched a direct attack on the city of Canberra in Australia. At 10:47 a.m., intense thunderstorms began to form over the city. And
when I see someone pointing a gun, if it's at a kaiju, I feel like you already know it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So, this just makes me think of something.
Yeah.
I saw a YouTube video in which this guy, like, has some friends that work at, like, at a company that makes ballistic gel dummies.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulled some strings and got a ballistic, like, an accurate, well, as accurate as can be, ballistic gel dummy head of a T-Rex and
Oh.
shot it up. Anything below, like, what was it? Anything below, like, an M16 cartridge basically just would be like a mosquito bite for the T-Rex.
That
Now
makes sense.
imagine that on a fucking multiple kilometer long snake.
The
Yeah.
kaiju gay snake. I mean, rainbow snake.
Technically, the only kaiju that could be affected by guns that I'm aware of is Shin Godzilla, because that one's constantly mutating and shedding its own flesh everywhere. And is
That's a bit different than
Yeah.
an ancient
Yeah.
god that's a messenger to the great god.
But even then, it evolves with given stimuli, so shooting it is probably not a good idea.
It's kind of like you could probably do a little bit of damage to the hard to destroy reptile if you
Yeah.
shoot it after it's been in the acid bath. But like
Yeah.
that doesn't change what happens if you shoot it when it hasn't been in the acid bath.
Right.
I would not look at the kaiju snake, hold a gun, and just think, yeah, I can do damage.
Yeah. Also, before we
I
get
I would pull the gun and just immediately go, I'm in danger.
Also, random person, before we continue, a random person says, okay, I did a little bit of conversions. The snake can move at Mach 2 underwater.
Oh! Oh!
Jesus.
That's a fast snake.
Oh.
We're almost done with the video, so yeah, I'm definitely believing it. They didn't even bother looking at the other cool shit this SCP has to offer. Which
Yeah.
sucks.
and winds were recorded moving at over 86 miles per hour. SCP-6004 then descended from the sky and began to strike and bite the city,
That's
causing...
not! Didn't they say that it flew like a snake swims?
Yeah.
That's not how a snake swims. That's not how any snake swims. That will never be how any snake ever swims. Oh, God.
Yeah, I know that's not how they swim because I saw a funny video where this person says, you know what? I didn't put any form of chlorine in my pool yet. I'm just gonna let my snake swim in my pool for a little bit. The second he puts a snake in the pool, it starts swimming, then shitting everywhere.
Wait, swimming and shitting?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
wait. Are we talking about a completely brand new pool?
Yeah, I don't know. He just said it didn't have chlorine in it. That's all I know.
Yeah, because here's the thing. If it's like a situation where like it was drained
Mm-hmm.
and then they put new water in, that's still going to end up killing me.
oh
If there was
no.
if there has ever been chlorine in that pool, those animals are fucked.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Granted, although come to think of it, my thinking of this is based on fish, so maybe snakes would be have a bit better time because they're
Yeah.
not literally bringing the water into their being at all times.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, snakes don't breathe water. Even sea snakes don't.
But frogs would be fucked though.
oh yeah, frog like
Yeah.
you do put the frog in there, it may as well just disintegrate.
Yeah. Universe says I have questions. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, it started shitting everywhere, and I just saw him freaking out, and I thought that was funny.
But yes, as you can see by the images and GIF, that snakes move like going like back and forth.
Yeah.
Like moving their body back and forth in a small, like little wavy way. And it propels them quickly through the water.
Yeah.
Probably very terrifying to people who don't want to see a quickly speeding snake in the water, but they're not to spook people. They're just designed to swim.
Let's get the video over with. Let's see how
I
poorly
per
they fucked up. Now,
I
granted,
personally
huh?
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that so far they did remove some parts. If they're not gonna talk about it.
Uh,
Anyways, you're gonna say?
I was just gonna say personally, I'd be ecstatic if my spaghetti started swimming rapidly at me.
Oh my god. What?
Severe casualties and immense infrastructural damage. The
Not
SCP
how
then
snake
targeted the
moves.
Parliament House. Occupants from within the building were seen thrown into the air by the surface at great force. The attack prompted response from numerous Foundation mobile task
I
forces,
feel like
but by the
they
time any
make
had arrived on
Sky
scene,
Snake a lot less terrifying by making it so unrealistic.
Yeah. They just give it a constant pog face.
Yeah. For no reason. And we haven't even seen it eat people yet.
6004 was already gone,
Yeah.
taking 3/4 of the city with it. Media reports covered the SCP's involvement and blamed the catastrophe on an asteroid impact. Debris and human bodies were later found orbiting Earth. Despite numerous attempts by the Foundation and GOC to neutralize or contain the SCP, it continued its attacks on human settlements, mostly targeting large cities, fossil fuel mines, power plants, and areas of intense pollution. After these attacks,
What
the
the
test subject
fuck was that? I'm sorry, roll that back. We need to rewatch that.
It looks like an early 2000s like animation a teenager would have done.
Yeah. It was just so bizarre. My brain didn't even click on it. I was like, wait.
Well, basically,
what?
the weird, like, plastic moving like sky snake god, like, wibbled onto the ground and a giant explosion happened.
It's specifically it exploded.
Yeah.
It's like imagine if you picked up a snake, threw it a little bit, and then suddenly a massive explosion happens.
Yeah, now I'm just imagining some unlucky kid accidentally throws a snake It says, "Oh, nothing bad's gonna happen." Then it starts just blows up the nuclear bomb.
Honestly, typically one of the things people do when moving snakes are like gentle little tosses. You don't expect the snake to giant explode.
Did it just body slam hard enough to fuse at him?
Oh my god, Ernburst. Yeah. Actually, there has been one snake in my state that has been so chill that they just let you pet them. They, for some reason, I don't understand. They just let you pet them. They're just so chill. It's a worm snake. Snake that looks like a worm.
Okay.
It's weird. They just let you touch them.
Why is that weird? Corn snakes are the same way.
I haven't
The
seen a
main
corn
reason
snake.
why they're.
Huh?
It's the main reason why coin snake. What? Corn snakes are like generally considered the premier starter snake for someone wanting to get into the reptile hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that and hognoses are also a really common one. Though unfortunately
Well,
with
that's because
hognoses,
hog noses are a lot more like to play dead than they are to bite you.
yeah, I was gonna say unfortunately with hognoses, the issue is that depending on where you live, you do need a permit because they are technically venomous. You'd have to be incredibly stupid to actually get bitten, but they are
Yeah.
technically venomous.
Yeah. Also, though, the worm snakes in my state are getting close to being threatened again. Well, not again. I mean, threatened because, apparently, uh, invasive species started making re-emergence because some stupid people,
Why are
outer
you
state stupid
surprised?
people. Anyways, the
Okay,
hammerhead worm.
let's see this early 2000s style
Yeah.
video continue.
Yeah. Enough talk about the piece of shits introduce invasive species. Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
Cities, fossil fuel mines, power plants, and areas of intense pollution. After these attacks, the test subject is monitored traveling to certain locations, where it regurgitates consumed materials. Readings indicate these locations to have extremely fertile soil and dramatically increased wildlife populations. Due to the high level of power the SCP possesses, as well as danger to the Foundation, 6004 is unable to be contained until either strong enough containment cells are produced, or it enters a dormant state of its own will. Instead, current containment procedures detail the preparation for when such a time comes, and minimizing the collateral of the aftermath. In order to avoid drawing the future attention of the...
So, seeing how, if you had fucking read further on, containment classes changed to Keter, they probably found a way to contain it. You dumb fuck. Sorry.
It's okay.
The SCP, all Foundation sites have greatly reduced pollution and carbon emissions, with plans to switch to solar, geothermal, or nuclear power as soon as possible. SCP-6004 is to be monitored at all times via functional satellite imagery, with additional satellites to be produced by world governments if needed. Information such as its location, direction, speed of movement, and activities are routinely logged. In the event of a large-scale attack, these reports are to be delivered to global task forces upon request. In late February, the Foundation, GOC, and a major sect of the Church of the Broken God reached a truce during negotiations.
Why is it
What?
showing the truce between those three groups, and the snake is just giving a teary eye?
It's like it's not just a teary eye. You see the skyline, and the skyline added with the sky colors and the stars and the clouds added with the like looking up is a very dramatic common trope in animation as a whole.
Yeah.
So they literally copied a trope but did it with a kaiju snake.
Hold on, I want to hear their. I was too busy looking at the snake. I didn't hear what the groups
You
they said.
didn't hear what they said?
No, I was too busy looking at the snake. I want to rehear what they said.
That's fair.
February, the Foundation, GOC, and a major sect of the Church of the Broken God reached a truce during negotiations.
They threw out Marshall Carter and Dark Limited.
Yes, they did.
which is kind of funny. They leave that group out.
Negotiations on how to get 6004
You
under
know we're
control.
gonna have to mark them
They
down
began
for
developing
that.
an experimental weaponry,
Yeah.
which theoretically shares many of the same metaphysical characteristics of 6004, in an attempt to finally neutralize the
Technically,
subject.
we're also gonna have
This
to
project
mark
was
them
later
down
known as
for
Project
cutting down a
Mongoose.
lot of the
To
history
this day, SCP-6004
and
has
removing
not been seen.
things.
Researchers believe it is due to the decreased carbon emissions as of late.
But I think the removal of martial dark characters, not the modification of history.
Yeah. All right. So
Uh,
actually, you know what's actually funny? The entire history of when it first came to be known was erased in the video.
yeah.
And I did double check; it was there during the way back by a couple
So
months.
they covered what, a quarter of it?
Yeah, basically.
So deviates from the plot of the article starts at a 3.
Yeah, but anyways, for start top though. Removal of character / license. They didn't have the license, and they removed the entire group of interest as well as some characters.
They removed characters, they removed an entire group of interest. They removed, they put basically the wrong author of the article. They removed, do we put it at a 2 or?
I feel like a 2 is appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still find it funny. Out of all the groups they decided to throw out, is just Marshall Carter and Dark Limited only.
Okay. How much violence did they remove?
Honestly,
Yeah.
the video looked kind of less violent than SCP itself.
I said removed.
Oh.
Remove. Remember,
Oh.
it's altered or added gore violence.
Yeah. What do you?
Altered. Removed includes altered.
Yeah.
How much do you think they removed?
Yeah. Here's what do you think, Hatchet? I think they kind of removed quite a bit.
I mean, I don't fucking know. In terms of characters,
No, an
The
altered added gore or violence.
oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, I'm sorry. Uh, I mean, for starters, since we decided to not read it, we don't know how to quantify the amount that would have been changed by them omitting the second document.
That's
Oh,
fair.
you're right.
But I would say I'd say go with a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did show some violence, especially the explosion. We
The
watched twice.
explosion didn't feel serious at all.
Yeah. Devious from the plot of the article. About that.
They kept changing the snake's design, which has nothing to do with the plot. I just got very annoyed with it. They also kept changing the snake's size, which annoyed me, which has nothing to do with the plot. It just really annoyed me. But yeah, they removed basically 3/4 of the entire article.
Yeah, also, random person says, oh, Mongoose, because Mongoose eats snakes. Yeah, the next, page is Project Mongoose. So, yeah. It's a clever name. So, Jerry said 3, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that as well, Hatchet?
Yeah.
Alright. Only men in the video slash sniff. There was women, but they only person of color was the black hands, and that's it.
That was definitely a choice. They had a lot of white people in Australia.
Wait, oh my god! Random person started sipping through like the article. The Serpent God attacked Site 19. The place that houses some of the most dangerous anomalies.
Right, so let's change that altered
to a
violence
3?
to a 3.
Yeah.
Thank you, random person.
Jeez.
Let me just
Thank you, random person.
Let me just flash Twitch challenge screen for a second so they can see that in the video. Alright, yep. Thank you, random person. You'll be credited for that information. So yeah.
Considering it originated from Australia and the only black person we saw was Hans, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Specifically, spiked the Project Mongoose prototype into Site 19 and attacked it in full. Oh my god.
That would have killed a lot of people. But yeah, considering this is literally an SCP that is based off an Aboriginal deity, it feels a little weird that they only showed one black person's pair of hands briefly.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
I don't know how to mark what mark would that even be?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think I'd put it at 2.
Okay, yeah, the 2, yeah.
It's like its offensiveness largely comes from omission rather than
Yeah.
like abhorrent choices.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I feel like that's the best way to put it. I think that 1 and 2s on the offensiveness scale should primarily be reserved for offensiveness by omission. 3s and 4s are when they're making actively offensive choices.
Yeah.
Okay. The omission things only go higher than 1, 2 when it's something really bad.
Yeah.
Like a genocide.
Yeah.
Anyway,
apparently random
that one did bad.
A random person said it caused a mass breach within Site 19. Which,
no.
If you remember, I believe Site 19 houses Shy Guy, 682, 106.
Doesn't it also have the old man? Unless I'm remembering.
That's 106.
Oh, 106.
Right. So anyway, I guess thanks to random person for giving us a good reason to bump the altered violence up to 4.
106. Oh my gosh, 106, 173, and 939, and several others breached.
Oh, yeah. Mark that to a 4. Mark that to a 4.
I don't.
Aaron, mark the altered added core violence to 4.
You agree with that too, Hatchet, or?
I mean, I literally said to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so hold on, let me just credit you again, random person. Thank you for this information.
Thank you.
You're very helpful. Which means
When you said a breach, I did not know the biggest, baddest ones in that site got out. Like, oh, geez. Jeezums. Oh, geez.
Most likely 682 broke out too. Let's be real.
Well, yeah, but they break out way more often than others.
131, 312, and 058, but I don't know what those are off the top of my head. I don't know what 312 is, but I know 131 is the iPods, which is not that bad. And 058 is the Heart of Darkness, if I remember correctly.
682 was absent? Did he just look at the breach and go,
Or they just...
fuck all of you.
Or they just didn't put them in the SCP at hand. Because 682 does get overused a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't end up. Maybe they just didn't end up breaching the part of the facility.
Yeah, maybe 682 looked at everyone else breaking out and they're like, fuck all of you, just stayed in.
Yeah. I don't know what 312 is. Apparently, 89% of the surface facility and 40% of the subterranean facility was destroyed. Okay, so this SCP was extremely violent. They could have done more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the
They didn't
bathroom.
even show the snake eat people.
Yeah. Or turn them into animals.
Well, yeah, that's the second part of eating them. The
Yeah.
first part is putting them into its mouth. The second is pooping them out as animals.
Yeah. Anyways. Oh my god. 51,000 casualties at the time of power loss, but personnel bunkers remain operational.